Hello Marvel fans, in this video we are going to break down the Marvel Easter eggs in the movie Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The comment box is open, and if I missed any Easter eggs in this, let me know in the comments, making sure that I'll add all the missed pieces of the puzzle in the next video. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. The title card. The Marvel Studios title card cross dissolves on Peter Quill's desk, where the fonts of the letter are in stripes horizontally that refers to the music tape that Peter Quill's mother left for him, but remember the second of which was destroyed along with Peter's Walkman by Ego and Guardians Volume 2. The bar and the song. The trailer opens with this atypically grounded moment of Peter Quill drowning in sorrows with booze alone at the same bar where he drank by himself on Nowhere in the Guardians holiday special, bummed again contextually from this trailer, at least missing Gamora Gunn's song selection is always thematically and emotionally resonant to the characters. In this case, the speaker of the song is haunted by nightly nightmares of a breakup, which on the surface seems to refer to Peter and Gamora, but this opening shot is not from Peter's perspective, it's from Rocket's point of view. We do not see his face, and from that, we can infer that Rocket is from the heartbroken one. He has been broken ever since Leela has been gone. That the second verse of the song refers to a cruel breakup letter, your poison letter, your telegram, just goes to show you don't give a damn. Just a reminder that all of James Gunn's Guardians movies are letters from Quill's parents, the two mixtapes from his mother Meredith, and now the Zune left to him by Yondu. Maybe in this third movie, Peter's depression causes him to see these messages as toxic poison letters that just make things worse for him. The love between Gamora and Quills, does it still exist? So when we love someone, is there some mystic force in our souls that binds us together independent from memory, or do we love the memories that we share together, the things that we did to win each other over? Since this is a new Gamora, the Gamora that returned in the Avengers Endgame is a 2014-era variant of herself when Thanos' forces traveled to the present. This Gamora has no memory of her past with Peter or anything that happened between those two Guardians. The jumpsuits. These jumpsuits have a vertical collar strip with 4 symbols, the same symbol on every color. They look like stick figures with nodes on end. Assume this is some kind of chain code for visitors at this facility. The skinned woman with them in the elevator is actress Daniela Melchior, who James Gunn said would be in this movie. She has a similar nodal configuration on her name tag. Nebula's new arm and the X-Men. Nebula has a new arm upgrade, a chainmail-like substance that she did not have in the Guardians holiday special, so this is a recent addition. Later on, we see why this weave allows her to shape-shift her arm into any metallic shape, but also it looks like the structure of the Sentinels and X-Men Days of Future Past. New Earth-like Earth. What we're looking at here is a replica Earth, a combination of 2 Marvel settings, one the High Evolutionary known as the Counter-Earth from the comics. This is a purer version of the original Earth that Herbert Wyndham places a microsecond out-of-dimensional sink to hide it from Earth. We're also looking at a version of the half-world that is Rocket's origin planet listed on its Xander booking screen in the 2014 film. So this should be the High of Evolution, and he created this place as a home for his creations, the New Men. The New Men in the comics are humanoid animalistic bipedal hybrids. High Evolutionary. High Evolutionary is Herbert Wyndham, and the comics are an associate of Mr. Sinister Nathaniel Marvel's ultimate geneticist. He's known for experimenting on various life forms, and he breeds these animal-human hybrids that he calls the New Men, and this can be a perfect platform for Rocket, and his old girlfriend Leela will be revealed to be in the MCU. Quill connections with Eternals. We witnessed in the holiday special that Mantis is Peter's half-sister. Both of them are children of Ego, who is a Celestial. This ancestry will likely play a big role in the story. What does it mean for them to have Celestial DNA? Since that we know more about Celestials after the Eternals film. Why did that DNA pass on to Peter, and Peter was able to activate it, while so many other of Ego's offspring died? Adam Warlock. Adam is ultimately best known for using the Infinity Stones to stop Thanos from achieving his genocidal goals. In fact, in the comics, Adam serves as the protagonist in such stories as Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity Crusade, and Infinity War. Adam Warlock was gifted with the Soul Stone to defeat an enemy known as Man-Beast. Yellow Fluid Celestial, New Life. The yellow fluid was also the color of the blood of the Avalisk that Drax cut through in Volume 2. If this whole facility could be an operation to either build an artificial Celestial that Wyndham can control or to use Celestial tissue to give himself the powers to originate life with the power of a god. Kruger, the Sorcerer Supreme. Kruger returns. Kruger is a Lem species in the comics. He is Sorcerer Supreme in an alternate 31st century reality, Earth 691. Here he wears a vest with the Ravager logo and a green stone in the middle, which might be his version of the Eye of Agamotto. PG-13 in the MCU. This is officially the first F-bomb of the MCU. James confirmed it would be uncensored in the theatrical cut. He's going on to say how you can only have one in a PG-13 movie and that he told Chris Pratt to add it on set. And it made the moment funnier, so they kept it. This is a big deal. The MCU has never had F-bombs, only kind of these self-censored moments like Peter Parker and Spider-Man, No Way Home, or Nick Fury in the post-credit scene of Avengers Infinity War. Now in Groot's bedroom in the Volume 2 post-credit scene had F-bomb written on it in the Skrull language, and James said that many of his I Am Groot throughout the movies have just been versions of adjacent to F-bombs in the MCU. We did get that one famous one from Wolverine and X-Men First Class, excuse me, an American channel, Xavier, go with yourself. A ship. There is Ship Bowie, which we learned about in the Guardians holiday special. Bowie is an appropriate name for the ship David Bowie's Moonage Daydream did play in that awesome mix. Volume 1 is the Guardians first arrived into nowhere in the 2014 film. The Bowie is a 3-story ship that replaces the Benatar, which was their ship in Infinity War and the Endgame in Thor Love and Thunder, and that replaced their original first ship, the Milano. New dress. Guardians wear new uniforms in this movie inspired by the blue and red uniforms from the Abnett the Landing area of the comics. Quasar. It was revealed that this girl in the trailer that the High Evolutionary is experimenting on is actually Phyla-Vell. The big difference with her character in this movie is that she's obviously much younger, and during that Annihilation story, she had already become Quasar, taking the quantum bands. Usually, you don't take the mantle of Quasar until you're given the quantum bands. Phyla-Vell is also meant to be the daughter of the original Captain Marvel, so there's a connection to the Marvels through her character. Now there are a bunch of versions of Quasar in the comics, just like Captain Marvel, just like Nova. A lot of space-based characters passed the mantle down a couple of different times, but Phyla-Vell was important because she was Quasar during the Annihilation Conquest storyline, which is where this modern version of the Guardians of the Galaxy team that we see in the MCU came together for the first time. She also joined the Guardians of the Galaxy team in a later roster, just like Adam Warlock, who was also in that Annihilation Conquest storyline working with the Guardians. The Bangle and Ms. Marvel. Another big connection to the Marvels movie through the bangles and the quantum bands are meant to be relatively similar. There've been all these theories about Miss Marvel's bangles, like where is the other bangle? Turns out that it's being worn by Dar-Benn, who's the main villain of the movie, and they just revealed in the trailer that they're basically the MCU version of the Green Neva bands. They're kind of like Green Lantern's rings. They can create constructs with them, which is how Ms. Marvel can use them with her powers now. She's also a mutant in the MCU, like we're talking about X-Men Easter eggs here, so there's like something on top of that. The difference between the quantum bands of Quasar and the Green Neva bands are that the quantum bands draw their power from the quantum zone, which is like an alternate dimension, and the Korean Neva bands draw their power from the negative zone. Thus the name Mega Bands gets a little confusing in the comics if you haven't been reading them for a long time, but in the MCU. So finally, we have come to the end of our video. Hope you guys loved my video. Don't forget to like the video and share this video and subscribe to my channel. See you all in the